Hello, humanoids. This is Zordon's brother, Hordon. Anyway, the votes have been tabulated for your fan-requested Friday video, and Regan Grimes versus Steve Kuclo fetches the win with 32%. These were all bodybuilders that are heading into the Arnold's Classics 2021. Kinda wanted to see Justin Rodriguez versus Brett Wilkin myself, but you guys wanted to see this one, and this one is interesting as well. Two big studs. Hosses? Well, maybe not hosses, but definite studs. I never would have thought that Regan Grimes would be matching Steve Kuclo in the wheel department, but look at that. He's just as big. The lats, the upper body seems to be a little bit bigger for Steve. Arms, things of that nature. But I can't believe how close it is. Actually, very close. The calf department, Steve Kuclo, little bit of knowledge about him. He has maybe the best set of calves in the IFBB. Maybe even the history. Who knows? He's a big dude. Keep that in mind. Very close. Might give an edge to Steve because of the arms. Go to the front lat spread. There is not too many bodybuilders out there today, or maybe even in the history of bodybuilding, that have structures quite so dominant like these two dudes. So when they stand side by side, it is very interesting to see who wins each one of these shots. Like I mentioned, Steve Kuclo might have been winning the front double because of the arms. This is a front lat spread. Lats. You know where the lats are. Take a look. Who do you think's winning this one? With equal condition, lighting's different, of course. Steve might be in better condition. Maybe. We'll see more about that in the back shots, but looks pretty close enough that I would, in fact, give Regan Grimes the win in the front lat spread. This is going to be close between these two. Turn to the side. Peeled. Anyway, fan requested foolishness Friday. Structurally speaking, very similar. I made Steve slightly shorter. I think he bends at the knees a little bit more, but that makes his wheels look a whole lot thicker. Now there is some separation from pec to rib cage, and that's kind of what I see the most here. And Steve Kuclo has that in spades. But make no mistake about it, Regan Grimes, more than a match, guys. He's holding his own in many aspects about this pose. But at the end of the day, I don't know, that lighting looks very good for Steve too. So he may get an edge going into the next pose, side tricep development, in which case I'd probably give this one to Steve as well. Pretty close in the arm itself. Very close, in fact. A lot of similarities between these two dudes. But the physique, the display, Steve Kuclo all the way. Shows those calves too. Regan Grimes, no Tinkerbell in the calf department. From the side, I wager to say Steve's physique, whole lot nicer flow. I guess you could call it a V-taper from the side. From the front, Regan winning all the way as far as that's concerned. But from the side, guys, oh, for goodness sakes, I didn't even mention this is the Prague Pro for Regan Grimes, and I went with the Texas Pro for Steve Kuclo because I honestly think this was the better version between this one and the Arnold's Classics 2021. Come on! I believe he was ripped off both versions. Food for thought on that one. This is exciting. Let's go to the back shot, the rear lat spread, and take a look, guys. This is not how I thought it was going to go. Regan Grimes looks like the stronger man in this shot. No, he's not winning in the glutes. I believe that Steve Kuclo has more strided glutes. Strided glutes, mate. I believe that Regan Grimes definitely winning in the hamstrings. And as far as the back's concerned, I think Regan's display is a whole lot better. He's leaning back, and dare I say, he might have a better back. So this is an outstanding matchup. Definitely not a blowout in this pose. Go to the next back shot. About the same thing. Lower lat insertions for Steve. More prominent lat insertions. More drawn out for Regan. He's Canadian, don't you know? home of the Canucks and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Anyway, look at the delts on Steve. Look at those babies. Regan looks good in the traps. Good dry, hard back. Man, oh man, it's gonna be so close between these guys. As we reach the final quarter, looks like Regan Grimes gets a definite edge in this pose. He comes from the men's classic physique division originally, so he's gonna be more aesthetically pleasing. Did I size them correctly? Hard to say, really. Looks like Steve might be going a little bit more straight-legged, but I think that is not very relevant. I think that a pose like this has more to do with the aesthetic flow, and actually Regan pretty thick in the quads as well, so getting Steve at all angles, really, when you think about it. Finish this one off with a fantastic most muscular for both guys, and much like pretty much all of the shots, all of the poses in this competition, they size up very well with each other. Now this one, much like the abs and thigh, waistline a whole lot better for Regan Grimes. But is that enough to get the victory in a most muscular pose? I don't know. Those delts of Steve, probably twice as big of that of Regan Grimes. But I don't know, guys. The midsection definitely makes a difference, even though this is a most muscular pose. So, debatable right down to the last shot. This one, much like some of the matchups that I do, could have went either way. So really, to be honest, there's no definitive true winner in this one. It's that close. But I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I have to pick one at the end of the day, and I believe Regan Grimes is your winner. I just think that his midsection, so awesome, and he's putting on some beef on those wheels. He was almost a match for Steve as far as the size, and more than a match as far as the aesthetics are concerned. And those back shots really impressed me. So much improvements for Regan Grimes on the back development. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. That's your fan requested Friday video that you guys selected. Have a great day.